by the early 2000s. Dream Theater had already solidified their reputation as the undisputed kings of progressive metal. Following the massive success of Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory, the band was at a creative peak, pushing the boundaries of musical complexity and conceptual storytelling. Consisting of virtuosos like guitarist John Petrucci and drummer Mike Portnoy, the band's technical ability often saw them topping Billboard's independent albums and Heatseekers charts. They weren't just a band, they were a musical phenomenon that blended the aggression of Metallic with the structural complexity of Yes and Genesis. In 2002, the band released their sixth studio album, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. It was a daring double-disc effort. While the first disc contained 5 standalone tracks, the entire second disc was dedicated to one massive 42-minute suite divided into 8 movements. This era marked a shift toward more experimental sounds, incorporating symphonic elements and even industrial influences. The album peaked at number 46 on the Billboard 200, a significant feat for a progressive metal album of this length and density. The second disc isn't just a display of technical skill, it is a profound concept piece exploring various forms of mental illness. Each of the 8 movements profiles a different struggle, and the hidden truth lies in the title itself. The 6 degrees refer to the various individuals profiled, all bound by the inner turbulence of their own minds. Overture. This movement was composed primarily by keyboardist Jordan Rudess and was intended to feel like a film score, weaving together the musical themes you'll hear throughout the next 40 minutes. About to crash. We are introduced to the first subject, a young woman dealing with bipolar disorder. The music shifts between upbeat, energetic major keys and sudden, somber tones to mirror the highs and lows of her manic and depressive episodes. War Inside My Head. This movement focuses on a war veteran suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD). The aggressive, driving rhythm captures the feeling of being trapped in a permanent state of alert and the recurring nightmares of the battlefield. The test that stumped them all. Here the band dives into the perspective of someone with schizophrenia. The frantic, high-speed technicality of the music represents the overwhelming voices and the chaotic, medical environment where doctors struggle to find a cure. Goodnight Kiss. This is perhaps the most emotional movement, detailing the grief of a mother dealing with postpartum depression and the loss of a child. It is haunting and slow, capturing the numbing isolation of her sorrow. Solitary Shell. This movement looks at a person on the autism spectrum. The music is more acoustic and structured, reflecting a person who is normal on the outside, but living in a world of their own that others struggle to enter. About to crash reprise. We return to the first subject, showing that mental health isn't a straight line toward a cure, but a cycle that one continues to navigate. Losing Time Grand Finale. The suite concludes by bringing all these degrees together. It asks for empathy, reminding the listener that these people aren't just their diagnoses, they are human beings. One of the most touching secrets behind this suite is found in the movement, Goodnight Kiss. While the song explores a mother's heavy grief, the soft, innocent voice of the baby you hear in the recording is actually Melody Portnoy, the daughter of drummer Mike Portnoy. Mike captured that intimate moment at home while his wife Marlene was putting Melody to sleep. By weaving a real-life recording of his own family into the track, the band grounded the high-concept drama in a very real human love. Additionally, the very last note of the 42-minute suite is a sustained gong and keyboard swell that fades out over several minutes. Dream Theater fans notice that this final note is the exact same frequency as the opening note of their next album. Train of thought, creating a continuous loop across their entire discography. 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence remains a high watermark for progressive music, proving that metal can be as empathetic as it is heavy. It's a journey through the human psyche that demands your full attention. If you're ready to keep exploring the deep lore and complex stories behind music's most ambitious projects, don't forget to subscribe. We're breaking down the legends every single week.